Did you know that your winter garden could actually be just as productive as it is in the middle of summer? Seriously. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to completely transform the way you think about cold weather growing. We'll be uncovering the absolute best secrets to thriving greenhouse gardening, ensuring your harvest stays vibrant and fresh all year round.
Now, I know it might sound kind of crazy, but with the right setup, you can completely debunk the myth that freezing temperatures mean the absolute end of your fresh vegetable supply. By just controlling your environment, specifically the temperature and humidity, you literally unlock a whole new world of gardening. You really don't have to wait until spring to eat straight from your own backyard.
Today, we're going seed to table. We'll be covering the winter greenhouse advantage, preparing your winter setup, selecting the right crops, daily care and monitoring, and finally, troubleshooting and advanced tips. Let's just dive right into it. Section 1. The winter greenhouse advantage, extending the growing season. Let's look at why a winter greenhouse is an absolute game changer for gardeners.
So what's really fascinating here is the contrast. While a summer greenhouse is all about shading and cooling things down, a winter setup acts as a natural thermal buffer. It traps solar energy even without an artificial heater. On a sunny winter day, the inside can comfortably reach 10 to 12 degrees Celsius. That provides a crucial, life-saving oasis from the freezing wind and snow outside.
But, the real magic happens when the sun goes down. By utilizing specialized materials like advanced thermal films, your greenhouse absorbs infrared radiation during the day. And that 4 to 5 degree difference, well, that technology prevents rapid heat loss at night, keeping the interior up to 4 or 5 degrees warmer than the freezing air outside. That tiny little margin is literally the difference between life and death for your plants.
Section 2. Preparing your winter setup, soil, insulation, and heating. Let's explore exactly how to prep your physical structure and your soil for the harsh winter months ahead.
Because a greenhouse is such an incredibly intensive growing environment, soil health is just paramount. You can't just plant in tired summer dirt. First, you'll need to remove the top 8 to 10 centimeters of that dry, exhausted soil and replace it with a fresh, humus-rich compost layer. And to ensure peak fertility, agronomists actually recommend a radical refresh every 3 to 4 years, where you dig out and replace 30 to 40 centimeters of the substrate.
Okay, so once your soil is good to go, it's time to lock down the structure itself. You've got to meticulously inspect and seal all window and door cracks. Next up, install some horticultural bubble wrap. Just make sure the bubbles are large enough to actually let the light in. Upgrading to robust 3-layer polyethylene films adds incredible insulation, and if you really want to go the extra mile, you can consider integrating passive solar heating, thermal beds, or even installing electric fans or geothermal heat pumps for ultimate temperature stability.
Section 3. Selecting the right crops. Thriving in the cold. With the greenhouse heavily insulated, let's look at the amazing cold-hardy plants that will actually thrive inside it.
You really want to focus purely on cold-resistant varieties. Think of them as vegetables with their own little winter coats. We're talking about spinach varieties like Winter Giant and Matador, and quick-growing radishes like Flamboyant 2 or National. But the real star here? Mizuna. It's a Japanese lettuce that is so incredibly hardy it can survive -5 degrees Celsius without even batting an eye. Kale, winter lettuces, carrots, and root vegetables do great too, along with herbs like parsley, mint, and dill, which all thrive beautifully in these cool conditions.
Now, if you want an incredibly fast and highly nutritious crop, microgreens are an absolute must. Because they are harvested as seedlings of vegetables and herbs, they are just packed with dense nutrients. Amazingly, they are ready to harvest and eat in just 10 to 12 days. It's the perfect, highly rewarding, quick win to keep you motivated during those dark, gloomy days of winter.
To give those crops a supercharged start, you can use protective films right over the soil beds. As the research notes, this setup guarantees a micro-greenhouse effect. This perfectly balances moisture and heat for really rapid early growth.
Section 4. Daily care and monitoring. Managing the microclimate. Getting the plants in the soil is just the beginning. The real secret to winter success is managing that microclimate day to day.
Creating a strict daily routine is totally vital here. In the morning, you want to water moderately, simply because there's way less evaporation in the winter. Then, at noon, when the sun is at its absolute highest, you need to do a short ventilation flush to release any excess humidity. Finally, in the evening, make sure to close everything up early so you trap whatever remaining solar heat you gathered during the day.
And guys, here is a simple but absolutely critical rule.
Maximize your sunlight. Because winter daylight hours are just so short and the rays are weak, you've got to keep your glass, polypanels, and film spotlessly clean. Every single speck of dirt blocks a precious ray of light that your crops desperately need to survive.
Section 5. Troubleshooting and Advanced Tips. Combating condensation and pests. Even the best-kept greenhouses face winter challenges, so let's break down how to handle them.
You might be surprised to hear that the biggest enemy in winter isn't actually the cold, it's high humidity. It leads to condensation, which drips down and causes devastating issues like botrytis or gray mold, especially when night temperatures drop. To combat this aggressively, experts use physical desiccants like silica dust, also known as Celisec, and rely on that precise noon ventilation we talked about. You also want to limit those night temperature drops to just 3 or 4 degrees and use approved fungicides if needed. As for mold on the structure itself caused by spore buildup, you can use alcohol sprays or deep-penetrating nanolime to wipe it out completely.
Advanced growers also rely heavily on technology to solve these issues. Modern multi-layer polyethylene films are just engineered marvels. They feature built-in anti-drip additives so water runs down the sides rather than raining onto your plants. They utilize anti-fog properties to maintain clear light transmission. And get this, they even pack UV-blocking properties that literally blind pests like whiteflies and spiders. Plus, that 3-layer structure allows for the safe use of pesticides if you ever absolutely need to go that route.
I know, we've covered a massive amount of technical ground today, but the most crucial takeaway from this explainer is this: do not get overwhelmed. Start small. Master the microclimate of a single, unheated bed first. Dial in your ventilation routine. Once you understand the rhythm of winter humidity and temperature, you can slowly expand your setup and really grow your winter gardening skills.
The information provided in this video is for educational purposes and reflects personal experiences and research. Always consider your specific conditions and consult a professional for personalized advice. Armed with the knowledge of thermal buffering and microclimate control, you hold the keys to defying the seasons. The only question is, what are you going to plant first in your brand new winter oasis? Let us know, and happy growing!